Well, good morning, everybody. This is Lynna, and you're watching Lynna's Life. This is my morning edition that kind of just raw, just me. It's like I'm just waking up. I'm not really um haven't done anything right. Like I haven't even gotten out of bed. I haven't even done anything. Um Yeah, I got up and went to the bathroom this morning. But yeah, I just wanted to comment on some of the feedback I've been getting from some of the things that I've put up on YouTube in the last day. And I just wanted to say thank you to those who have commented and left some really nice words and things like that. I appreciate it. It's It's very kind of you. Gosh, it's like I got like the sleepies in my eyes. And also, I have been using fake eyelashes the wrong way. It's like I don't know what I've been thinking, but instead of putting the glue on the lash line, I like been putting it up on my eye line here. And without thought to maybe that I needed to just like put it on the actual lash itself and then stick it on. Those are the things that no one teaches you, and you you just end up figuring it out for yourself eventually. But I'm grateful that I'm going to be doing it the right way, which is going to be a beneficial thing for me. And look forward to being able to not be in pain. Like, I've even tried the magnetic ones, and again, I put the, the liner on my eye when I should have just put it on the actual lash. Why I didn't think of this before, I don't know. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to, just make a video, kind of like a series of videos, just to share, like, how I'm feeling, how this process is going and everything. It's been like 3 months now since I've been away and gone, and my life has taken a totally different direction, and that's gotta stop. I gotta turn that off. It's like notifications and stuff. But yeah, I just want to be able to share the truth about everything with regards to me, with regards to my life, things I'm going through, things I'm, dealing with, processing in my mind. And, I think that it's going to be helpful for me to be able to have the interaction with all of you that will allow me to work past and through the certain issues and things that I've felt restricted to not being able to share very much. But, these are things that I'm just trying to work through and heal from, and to work around. Well, I don't know if I want to work around it. I just want to, like, grow as a person and see how I can better myself and my life, from learning and growing and being able to move past certain things that have affected me throughout the past well, even more than that, since, probably 10 years going on now. Yeah, some of the comments that are left are just so nice. I mean, all of them are quite nice. Thank you for sticking with my channel and looking me up whenever I do post a video and stuff like that. It's really nice just to be able to be on here and to share and to give you guys an idea of what it's like to be me, my unique life situation. My friend Amy said that I should like do a memoir and stuff of my life because I've been through so many seasons and things that have taken place in my life. And I just told her, I said, I don't even know where to start. I mean, where do I begin to talk about the things that I've had to deal with in my life? And she's like, Lynna, just start from your childhood. Just start from the beginning. And so although I don't have a book yet or anything like that, and I mean, it seems a little bit like not, a little bit of grandstanding to think that I could like make a memoir or something of my life as if it's that significant. But she goes, Lynna, before, you know, Caitlyn Jenner and, this big movement towards trans acceptance and stuff took, took place, there was a article in, I remember back in 2015, Laverne Cox graced the cover of Time magazine, and it was like this new season of acceptance of trans identities was taking place in this country. And I was before that, and I remember when I came out, it was not something that was very widely seen at all. At my work, I remember people just running circles around me, especially the people that were the management at Fox Sports and NBC and things like that. They were like, yeah, we liked you then, and we want to support you now and everything that you're doing, and we believe in you and your right to be. And it's like you just knew that they were like wanting to make sure that they didn't offend, that they didn't set themselves up for a lawsuit of some sort. I appreciate their willingness and their intention in wanting to give me a place with their company And although my friends weren't really as jovial and excited about it as the company policies and stuff and the people that were implementing those policies were, um, I remember being told, now that you're a woman, you no longer have access to the men's locker room because women aren't allowed in the men's locker room. And I was like, okay. I was like, I was like, because I used to run a handheld camera, and in the pregame show for hockey or football or basketball or whatever, I was like in the locker room as the guys were getting ready, and we were capturing like a little pregame, you know, um, atmosphere in the locker room before the game starts. And, usually you had guys getting dressed, and, I mean, you didn't show that stuff, but, there were opportunities to see things. And, you know, but, yeah, when I transitioned, they said, you are not going to be allowed to do that anymore. So we're just going to have you be, solamente. Sometimes there's words that I can't, like, it comes to me in Spanish. And lately I've been speaking a lot of Spanish with a certain someone who will remain nameless, but have been speaking a lot of Spanish in conversations. And so sometimes just words come to me like that don't have any, like, in English, that they just don't like translate in my head quite quickly enough. So yeah, the word solamente is like singularly or only. Um, so I was told, yeah, we're just gonna have you do the robotic camera because, we're gonna give those duties of being a handheld operator to someone else, to some guy. So, I remember those days. I mean, I made videos in those days, and some of those videos are still up. I've selectively taken off certain videos, but I guess in the recent days I've opened them back up again. But they're just sharing like my initial transitional experience on the job and how I felt and how it affected me. I was scared spitless, you guys. I was like so scared of, like, I don't know, of everything, of my of speaking my truth, and not speaking, but just living my truth, and feeling like, that I was gonna lose people, which I did. I ended up losing people. But I remember, that people were like commenting and stuff to me, saying, wow, Lynna, you've got like quite the channel. You're quite popular. And I'm like, I'm quite popular. No one even talks to me anymore. Like, I would like, um, some of the girls were really gracious towards me, and they would give me a space at their table for lunch. And it was like high school, because the guys always sat together and girls always sat together, and it was like so like genderly split and divided and stuff. I'm like trying to pull this little, I don't know what it is, little fuzzy out of my hair. That's why I'm playing with it like that. There we go. Got it. So anyway, it was definitely unlearning experience. And I was able to talk to my um, friends and stuff, and to just share with them how, how I felt and everything. And it was really interesting because, you know, they're like, yeah, we knew something was up. We just didn't know exactly. And, you've always been like a different duck, compared to like, you were never like this person who was like over the top masculine and trying to like be so like, I don't know. A lot of times in sports, you get it attracts the type of guys that are very like male dominant, alpha types and stuff like that. And they harness their, or are able to share their aggression, their male aggression, by doing sports television and stuff, and being able to shoot things in a way that's very linear and very rigid and very like abrupt. And I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about, but the nuances of like working a camera, um, there's those that are graceful and deliberate in their artistic rendition of getting an angle and a shot and being able to find the the beauty in the art of what you're doing. And then there's those that are there to capture the moment and to react to what's happening. And in sports, it's very important to be able to have that instinct. And those those instincts are usually um, best rendered through a person who has that type of male dominant aggression. Like you're seeing like a real jolting type of movement. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but I mean, if you just follow with me, imagine you're at a basketball game or you're watching a basketball game, and they cut to the winning shot of the game where the guy plants himself on the three-point line and then jumps, shoots. Then they zoom in to capture the ball spiraling through the air and then hitting the net, going through the net, and then having the instinct to know where the player is after that shot, and then abruptly and quickly, like moving the camera, and panning it and going straight to the person's face as they celebrate their winning shot and stuff. Well, that kind of movement is has to be like precise, and you can't be messy with it. So guys that like they like react to what's happening. And I was never that kind of a shooter. I was never that kind. I always loved to capture the art of the angle. And like, I would rather like be able to stand there, say that same shot is taking place. You have like the 3-point line. And for me, I would rather like zoom out and show the person full body doing the jumping and the shooting and capturing the ball as it goes into the net with the player's perspective as they're reacting to what's happening. Um, but capturing it in an artful manner, I know these are all nuances and things that probably are way too much, but that's kind of like the things that I would like be working through and stuff. And I loved what I did. I was good at what I did, and it was like my artistic outlet. It was like my canvas to paint on, and it was like super fun. I enjoyed it, and I miss it. I miss it. I think it's sad that I can't do it anymore. But everything has its season, and maybe, I don't know, perhaps someday I'll be able to have an opportunity to do it again. You know, it'll be cool if it happens. But anyway, getting back to um, the whole like situation with so many things that are on my mind. You know, there's so many things that I'm like thinking about, trying to work through, giving myself the grace to forgive myself for feeling certain ways. And it's just such a journey, you know. It's just such a journey. I am on this journey. I am grateful for this journey, and I know that it won't look the same in 6 months from now, and it's going to be a lot different for me. And I'm trying to just savor the moment of being alone, and having the ability to have this time to really take in a and like not an account, but like stock of what I've been through and where I'm going, and what is really important to me, right? What is important to me? Obviously, you guys know that my kids are important to me. There'd be nothing that I would love more than to be able to talk to them, even just to talk to them. But I must be patient. I need to give them time to grow, um, and know that they're on a journey just as much as I am. You know. But yeah, that's one thing that I'm still trying to work through. And just the whole experience of marriage, of being in a relationship that and it's crazy because it teaches you when you make mistakes with people and with relationships, it teaches you what to look out for, to always understand that unless that person is like completely wowing your socks off, like unless the feelings that you share with that person are exactly the same, and that there's some kind of fire that lights up every time you see that person, and that they're like, you know, physically attractive to you, and that they just they do it for you, unless that is something that is so dominant and so like over the top, like, it's got to be like overwhelming, and beautiful and amazing all the time. Unless that person shows up in your life and makes you feel that way, and you feel that way and they feel that way, that it goes like both ways. Unless that's something that nobody has any business getting married to anyone if you don't share that fire, right? That fire is so important. So important to have that fire. And that's one thing that I've learned, I didn't have that fire. I didn't have it. For 6 years I didn't have it. For 17 years before that, I didn't have it. I tried to make do with relationships. I tried to say, okay, well, all right, well, it's not like this, but we can work with what we have, we can grow into each other. We can grow into loving each other more. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not how it works, unless there is a love that is a fiery love. There is nothing you can do to start a fire unless the fire starts up within you from the beginning. So, yeah, those are things that I'm learning and trying to make sense of and working through, because those are things that one should look for in a future partner if you're ever interested in having a relationship with any other individual. Super important, But some of us just we just cope with life and kind of give in to life and kind of let life happen on us, where we're not proactive in making things happen for us. And I've experienced that even in the last 3 months. I have literally taken this other mindset towards life in general, and I have literally just said to life itself, I want this, and I want to do this, and I want to have that. And it's like I set my intention and I focus on something as being there and having it. And sure enough, it's amazing what's taking place is that it's things just start to manifest and appear. For instance, that piano over there. God only knows how many times I've begged, to be able to have a piano like that and wanted one. But, I I never was able to get it until I changed my mindset and said, you know what? Now is the time. There's no reason why I can't have a piano. There are so many pianos out there. There's so many pianos that people aren't playing. And there's got to be one out there for me. There's got to be. So my friend, she, knew how important it was to me. And she just started looking, on Facebook, Marketplace, on Craigslist, and sure enough, shows up what I have over there. A 1918 restored beautifully restored upright piano. So yeah, I mean, that piano is like just one example of, manifesting things in my life, and being able to experience um, positive um, things, like living here on the condo on the lake is like, what? I mean, I've always liked, a lake. I've always liked being out in the country and everything. And now I live on one of the most peaceful areas in the country. I mean, one of these mornings I'll take you outside with me as it warms up into the springtime here and into the summer, um, and share with you the beauty of this area. I'm like, right now, it's the sun's just come up, and I'm sure it's glorious outside. The weather's starting to finally change and get better, and whew, it's been a long winter, and it's been cold at times here, but it's been good. I've I like winter and everything, so it doesn't bother me per se. But it's so nice to be able to finally get, you know, springtime to come in and make everything beautiful again. I mean, the flowers, like I was in Seattle just the other day. I had to get some recall work done on my car, so I went to Seattle area, Kirkland actually, and the flowers were out in beautiful abundance at like a planter over at Whole Foods that I went over by while the car was getting fixed, and it was just so incredibly beautiful. I mean, incredibly beautiful. Um, the colors are just, you know, spring. It's spring, right? It's springtime. Spring has sprung, right? Spring has sprung. So yeah, it's an amazing. It's really cool, to see springtime come to this northwest area. Cuz when it does come, it like, everything's been dormant. So the trees start budding and the flowers start coming out on the fruit trees because they have to flower out before they produce fruit. And there are so many fruit trees out here, especially apples and cherries and peaches and apricots. And, yeah. And then all the berries, I was just looking at like a big, like, bush of like those, like blackberries that are so common in the Northwest. And all you have to do is just go get a bucket and pull them off the thorny branches and stuff. You just gotta be careful. But yeah, so it's so much to look forward to, because this area is just so beautiful. And I have already seen like families biking along the trail here on this road that that I have to travel on to get to my place, because like I live like off of this road. It's called Lakeshore Road, and it is literally off the lake, so it goes around the lake. And it's a it's a nice scenic road. And like when when I pull off, I have to go like down and towards the lake to get to my place, which is lower than the road. The road's like above me here. And there's people, walking and families biking along the road. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's starting to take shape, I mean, I'm imagining that people are finally having the confidence, with all the things that's been taking place with the government, taking care of the people and things like that, with all the things that they can do medically. And yeah, that people feel that it's safe to get back out there again and to just, enjoy themselves outside. I am so excited. It's so exciting. Now I do like kind of like miss my six pack a little bit because I kind of lost it. I don't have it anymore. But you know, um, I'm doing as best as I can given the circumstances. Like, I just had Papa Murphy's today. No, well, not today. Yesterday, I had they have a new Fiesta pizza that came out. Fiesta chicken. Oh, it was so good, you guys. I had like 4 pieces, and the rest of it is in the fridge. I was gonna make it for my friend and I, but you know, I had a bad experience with Papa Murphy's the other day where I ended up buying like a margarita pizza, and then I stuck it in the freezer. And then I went to make it like a month later, and the cheese, oof, it had like fermented or something. I don't know, but it was just not good. It was like it tasted like, yeah, not like pizza, and like it wanted to be a dessert, but it had, yeah, it just didn't work. So I had every intention to have to share it with my friend, but I just don't want to keep it in the freezer. I don't think they do well. So I was like, well, this pizza's way too good to pass up for tonight, and I need dinner. So I made myself a Fiesta chicken pizza, and I opened up some ranch on the side, and well, I went to town on it. Enjoyed it. It was really good, and I'm sure that my friend is going to enjoy it when she does get a chance to have one. And maybe I'll just buy another one. And, when we do get a chance to hang out. Oh, yeah, that's one other thing. We're going to hang out like in a few hours at the local casino restaurant. Going to go out for breakfast. I don't know what I'm going to have, though. I think I'm going to have French toast, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm just, trying to. Like last time I had an omelet with pancake as the bread. I'll see. I love pancakes, so pancakes are like my jam. I love pancakes. And a good pancake is hard to turn is hard to turn away from. So anyway, I don't want to bore you guys or anything. So before I leave, I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate everything that you do, everything that you are, and that I support you in whatever stage in life that you're in. If you're contemplating transition, if you're doing it, if you're living it, if you don't, I mean, I have plenty of people that follow me that aren't even trans and stuff. And, you know, I'm just grateful that we can have a place to just be able to share openly and without discrimination, right? Without any fear of being ridiculed or mocked for being who you are. And yeah, I mean, you could always count on me to give you the support that you would want to receive, because I know what it's like to be dejected and rejected and to be tossed away. And, you know, I know that it's not just, you know, people that are dealing with gender dysphoria that feel rejection issues and things like that. It's so many of us. So many of us. It's like, you know, I don't know if you guys watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, one of my favorite cartoons at Christmas time, or claymation, they call it, right? Back then. But there was a place that existed. It was called the Island of Misfit Toys. And some of us feel like we are on the island of misfit toys, and that we are one of those toys that are broken, that nobody wants, and that people are rejecting because we're just different. You know, like Rudolph had a red nose, had a very shiny nose, and he wanted to play with the little boys and little girl reindeer, and they just wouldn't have him, you know. But he had a special place and a special job to do in society for Santa. And he did it. He delivered toys when no other reindeer could on that really foggy, stormy Christmas night. And so I feel like all of us that are on the island of misfit toys, that we are all together, and that we are all beautiful in our own way, and that just because you're different doesn't make you bad, doesn't make you evil. Just because you're different, just because you deal with other issues in life that other people don't deal with, doesn't make you any less of a person, doesn't make you any less worthy of love. And that's something that I want to always offer you on this channel, is unconditional, unhindered, unrelenting acceptance and love. All right. Well, I'm going to get going. I have a tendency of being late to things, so I want to be early. And I'm supposed to meet my friend at 9 o'clock. So I'll see you guys again here later today, probably. But it was always great. It's always great to chat. And it's always great to be able to share my thoughts and stuff. And, you know, sometimes I'm a little bit disconnected, but I think you guys love me enough to understand my heart and to know that I just want to be real, just want to be honest, just want to be open. And what else, right? What else is there if you can't be honest, open, and the other thing I just said? All right. Have a great morning, and I'll see you guys again later today. All right. Bye-bye.